Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 60 of the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, working with the best co-host in the game, the Randallstown Rec legend himself. What's up, Tim? How you doing, my brother?
What's good, man? Everything, can't complain, bro. Everything good on my end, man. Just ready to talk, ball. Get into episode 60.
Episode 60, man. We reached somewhat of a milestone. 60. Had 10 episodes ago. We're on our way to 140 more episodes to syndication, Tim. We're almost there, bro.
Definitely.
Absolutely, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated, the guy that makes us look good without using makeup. His name, you know him well. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's good, Josh? How you feeling?
I am good, man. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Everything good with you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Had some good football yesterday. My boys sitting at the top. They ain't looking pretty, but we were sitting at the top right now. Like you said, win is a win. I'm definitely ready to get this show started. We got some interesting things to get into later, so I'm definitely ready to hear y'all talk about it.
Absolutely. Very interesting week in college football, in the NFL, and sports in general. You got college basketball starting up, feast week this week. Let us be the first and hopefully the last to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I'll make sure I do that again at the end of the show. But from everyone here, Highly Opinionated, we want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family. It's a great time to be around your family. A lot of sports on. So, again, happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Highly Opinionated. Ross, you all right about your Ravens being on top of the division? We will, I'm sure, at some point in time we'll get to that this episode. Definitely some room for improvement with your boys, but can't be mad. Like I always say, a win is a win is a win. So definitely celebrate that. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for watching, listening to episode 59 last week. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. You guys make the show what it is. Without you guys' support, without you guys' viewership, Highly Opinionated is just a fantasy. So we want to thank you guys for all the love and support. You disagree with anything that me, Tim, anyone says on the show, you're more than welcome to come sit right here. We would love it. We embrace all. Black, white, Republican, Democrat, independent, gay, straight, whatever you are, this is the place for you if you love sports. Ross, let them know where they can follow us at on our social medias.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __. Follow us on TikTok at highly opinionated _SS. And follow us on Twitter or X at highly O_SS. And of course, y'all already on YouTube, so make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will comment back.
He definitely will comment back. Ross, your team was the only winner this week. Ravens won a tough game at home. Eagles lost a tough divisional game on the road. And Tampa Bay is still getting scored on in Los Angeles. So as we speak, been a tough week for especially a tough week for me. Lord have mercy. So Tim, my brother, are you ready to get episode 60 started?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's start episode 60 as we start every episode with our college football recap. Week 13 recap. Ladies and gentlemen, week 14 is the last week of the regular season. We have some juicy, great matchups for you. Conference championship games will be decided. Playoff bids might be solidified. So we are looking forward to week 14. However, to get to week 14, we got to start at week 13. First game we're going to recap is SMU in Louisville. SMU defeated Louisville 38-6. Louisville was led by Deuce Adams, 12 of 17, 94 yards. Brady Allen, 2 of 3, 6 yards, 1 interception. Sean Boykins Jr., 8 carries, 52 yards. Chris Bell, a name that we mentioned earlier in the season on the show, very good receiver. He was limited to 5 catches, 46 yards. SMU was led by Kevin Jennings, 29 of 37, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns. TJ Harding led them on the ground, 18 carries, 90 yards. Jordan Hudson, familiar name in the world, huh? Not that Jordan Hudson. He actually plays for SMU. Wide receiver number 2, 8 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Tim, your thoughts on SMU improving that record to 8-3, dropping Louisville to 7-4?
Man, that's the SMU team I expected all year. That game right there, man. It looked like they took a couple lumps and bruises during the season, but they started putting it together during the end of the season. And that's the performances I thought they would make the playoffs. They might got an outside chance looking at if they win the ACC championship. I don't I forgot to look at the two sides, so I don't know if they even could play for it. My fault, y'all. I didn't do my research this week, but that's what I was expecting from them all year. This performance, like I felt like they was one of the best team in the ACC in my opinion coming in, and they handled business.
Woo, bro, you know I'm here for you, bro. You know that I got you. Research you need, research you got. So no two sides. It's just we do two best now we do two best conference records because every conference got 30 teams in it. That's another subject for another day. You know what I'm getting at too. How we feel about that. So in the ACC right now, Virginia is 6-1, Pittsburgh is 6-1, SMU is 6-1. So if Miami defeats Pittsburgh, SMU goes to the ACC championship. If Virginia or Pittsburgh loses, SMU goes to the ACC championship. If Virginia or Pittsburgh, if both of them win, then it'll be Virginia and Pittsburgh in the ACC championship.
I got you.
As far as the game, SMU dominated. They were the better team. They dominated Louisville from start to finish. Like I said, Kevin Jennings, he was sensational. He had 305 scrimmage yards. He even had a rushing touchdown. So he had 4 teams he accounted for 4 touchdowns, 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. SMU wanted the game more. I thought Louisville squandered their chances in the ACC. You'll go back to a couple weeks ago when I picked when we did the notable games. They had a home game against Clemson, and I thought that was the one that really got them out of the ACC race. And that loss at home, didn't doormat their season. It's kind of what happened with Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh. What Pittsburgh did what Notre Dame did to Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago, Pittsburgh did to Georgia Tech last week. Got up on them early, and basically the game was over. So SMU basically got up on Louisville early, and the game was over. Congratulations to SMU. And again, they need a little bit of help to get to the ACC championship, but it's very likely. It's a very likely chance SMU could get to the ACC championship. Congratulations to SMU, improving that record to 8-3, dropping Louisville to 7-4. Next game we're going to go over is the Oregon Ducks defeating the USC Trojans. Oregon defeated USC 38-27. USC was led by Jordan Mayava, 25 of 43, 306, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Malachi Lemon on a special play, he was 1 for 124 yards through a touchdown pass. King Miller, 15 carries, 30 yards. Hines, 6 catches, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Jacoby Lane, 6 catches, 108 yards. Oregon was led by Dante Moore, 22 of 30, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. Noah Whittington, 19 carries, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordan Davison, 13 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenyon Sadiq, best tight end who I think will be in the draft this upcoming season, 6 catches, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll start us off on a recap of this game. For me, USC came out. They started fast. They came out guns blazing. It was 7-7, then it was 14-14, and then this play to me changed the game for USC.
He's got a crack at this one from the 16. Malik Benson across the 40, midfield. Benson, he might take it. He will. Malik Benson, touchdown, Ducks, flying high to the end zone.
That call was called by the great Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, CBS staff. CBS was on the call. To me, that play changed the game. USC was in the game, and I know it took it from 14-14 to 21-14, but in those type of big games, any specialty points that you can get, non-offensive touchdowns, that'll be a feather in your cap. Oregon took advantage of that, and that kind of helped them, somewhat coast to the win. Congratulations to Oregon. They defeated USC 42-27. Oregon improves their record to 10-1. USC drops to 8-3. Oregon this week is on the road at Washington. USC is at home against UCLA.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it no better, man. Oregon. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now, man. It's 4 teams I wouldn't want to play, right? If I'm in the college football playoff, right? It's the 4 teams. It's Oregon. I know it's gonna be a shock to y'all because I always shock y'all. Oregon, Indiana, A&M, and Georgia. Anybody else, I'm fine with playing. Like, I don't think Ohio State played anybody of consideration yet. Like, I think they're going to get everything they want from Michigan, and everybody else I think is good, but I just don't see them. They just not good enough to be. From watching these games, those are the only 4 teams I wouldn't want to play. And BYU in there, they in the mix. Like, I like BYU as well, but those the 4. Like, if you miss them 4, you should be all right, in my opinion. But Oregon, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, Tim, out of the 5 teams that he mentioned, 2 of them are in the SEC. Tim showing the SEC some love. Shout out to Texas A&M and Georgia.
Yeah. I mean, I just go out. I mean, I ain't the big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an SEC.
I know.
I just respect. Like, you see good things. Like, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So, especially with Georgia defense improving. But to get back to Oregon, man, they got that style of play this year, man. This ain't a typical Oregon team. They can run. They physically run the ball now. You know what I'm saying? That's the dynamic they have never had throughout the years. Normally they speedy, but like Michael James, all them other fast, shifty by DeAnthony. What's the name? DeAnthony Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Normally feed, but that Whittington and them other boys, they run hard, man. And Moore was down his 2 starting receivers this game, man, and they still balled out, man. So
and one of the receivers got hurt during the game, so now you got to play. Yeah, you had to play even more guys that you know.
So, man, shout out to Dan Lanning and everything they got going on in Oregon, man. I think this could be their year, man. They don't normally get many years, but I think this could be one of them years for them. So shout out Oregon, man.
Oregon has, again, I mentioned it earlier. Oregon is at Washington this week. That game is 3:30 on CBS. If Oregon wins that game, they, in my opinion, will have officially clinched a spot in the college football playoff. College football, 12-team college football playoffs. Congratulations to Oregon, 10-1 season, improved to 10-1, could possibly be 11-1. USC drops to 8-3. Last game we're going to recap: battle in the Big 12. BYU defeated Cincinnati 26-14. Bear Brockmeyer for BYU, 15-25, 127 yards. He had 13 carries, 46 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. L.J. Martin, 32 attempts, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. L.J. Martin added 44 yards receiving, 3 catches. Brandon Sorsby, 25-38, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He added 38 yards on the ground. Cyrus Allen, 5 catches, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. Your thoughts on BYU improving that record to 10-1, dropping Cincinnati to 7-4?
Man, this was a BYU game written all over it, man. They limit Cincinnati on 3rd downs. They was 3-12. You know what I'm saying? Normally they don't throw, like, I think they had one game where it was an anomaly when they scored a lot of points. But normally this where they range at, and they going to stifle you on defense, play physical. You said the running back had 32 carries. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a grind. Like, you play them, especially if it's in the cold, like, they're going to be a tough out too. You know what I'm saying? They just outside of my top 4, but, man, they going to be hard to beat as well, man, because they have a formula. One thing about football, once you know what you're good at and you stick with it no matter what, you're a problem, especially if you got a defense on the other side. Like, BYU going to be a problem, man. I told y'all, 2 weeks ago, this was my favorite team to watch, just from a physicality standpoint, because I just like it, yo. They just make it simple, yo. It ain't no spread. We don't 5 wide receivers. Like, yo, give me a fullback, tight end, 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 22 personnel, 12 personnel. We just gonna run it, yo. Stop it, yo. And most teams don't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out BYU.
Yeah, BYU definitely plays. I call it in the phone booth. They want to keep the game in the phone booth. They want to limit what you do. They want to play how they play, which is physicality, offensive line, defensive line, stressing both lines of scrimmages. BYU does that well. I disagree with you on one point that you said. I think there's another team in the Big 12 that can do that. I think it's Tech. I've been saying this all year about Texas Tech. Texas Tech and BYU are the same team.
Texas Tech. I don't know. Something about Tech I just ain't sold on yet. It ain't nothing against them. It's just something. I don't know. Something. My eyes might be telling me the wrong thing. I just ain't sold on Tech yet. I don't know what it is. I just something just ain't there for me. Go ahead. No, it's just something ain't there. I don't know what I'm missing.
No, I got you. I
watched them 3 times this year, and it's just like they missing something. I just can't figure it out yet. And maybe my eyes is deceiving me. Maybe I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm missing something, but I just ain't sold on Tech yet.
I think they got the Johnny come lately thing, whereas though they just got here, so we got to see them.
That's
before we actually start to believe them.
There you go.
I think that definitely has something to do with it. But
that's what it is.
I'm just gonna say this in the NIL era: if you spend $20 million on the roster, oh yeah, you a contender. Because I just seen Ohio State do that last year, and they won the national championship. So to me, and watching Texas Tech play, I watched them play BYU a couple weeks ago. To me, yeah, they were the better team. Speaking of Texas Tech and BYU, I think if BYU wins that matchup this week, they play a bad team in the Big 12. So does Texas Tech. Texas Tech is on the road at West Virginia. This will be the matchup we get in the Big 12 championship next week. So it'll be a rematch. So we'll definitely see who the better team is. But congratulations to BYU. Kalani Sitake, he's the head coach. He's just, I don't even say he's a great guy. He just seems like a great coach. He always has his team prepared. They might not always be the most talented team, but he's always going to have them prepared and ready. So shout out to BYU. And again, BYU is 10-1. If they win next week, they will be in the Big 12 championship. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, college football week 14. This is the last regular season week of the college football season. So this is rivalry week. So we got some big games this week in college football. And let's start off on Black Friday, 7:30 Eastern on ABC. You have the number 3 Texas A&M Aggies traveling to Texas to face the Longhorns. This game again is Friday at 7:30 on ABC. Texas A&M is favored by 2.5. The over/under is 51.5. If Texas A&M wins this game, they will have clinched their spot in the SEC championship. If Texas wins this game, they hope this win could propel them to the college football playoff. Tim, who walks out of Texas with the win? A&M or the Longhorns?
Man, I was going back and forth a little bit. Then I've been watching Texas last week. Their defense don't look the same. They've been giving up a lot of points to everybody lately, so that's not a good formula versus that A&M team. As long as Marcel Reed don't turn it over, he's been a little bit cleaner lately with the turnovers, and A&M going to bring the defense. I like A&M to get the win in Texas.
You like Texas A&M to beat Texas?
I like A&M.
Not a bad pick at all. Not a bad pick at all. That would improve Texas A&M to 12-0, and they would, again, clinch their spot in the SEC championship game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been listening to me on this show all season, I told you that no one would go undefeated during the season. Texas A&M will not go undefeated. Texas A&M, just take this as a vote of confidence. I'd rather lose now than lose later. For that sake and for that sake only, I'm going to take Texas because they're going to be the more desperate team. Give me the Longhorns. I think Arch Manning has his Arch Manning moment on Black Friday night. We have not seen that this year. We've seen that against, lesser opponents. We're going to see that against a quote-unquote real opponent, the number 3 team in the country. Give me the Longhorns to defeat the Texas A&M Aggies on Friday night.
Some would say, why lose at all then? Why lose? Like, you don't have to lose.
Well, I get it. Texas A&M probably think they're going to go undefeated.
I ain't going against you. I'm just rebuttaling, like, why lose at all? You know what I'm saying? We can if you can go undefeated, go undefeated. But I don't think Texas A&M gonna go undefeated. I just don't. Whether if they win this game or even lose this game, they can find themselves in the SEC championship game. Depending on who their opponent is, they could play Georgia, they could play Bama. So you found me. So I don't know, but I definitely think I like Texas, man. I think they're gonna be the more desperate team, and they're gonna come out and show that we still the kings of Texas. So give me the Longhorns. Next game, we're gonna preview. You think it's a more desperate team in a rivalry game, though?
Well, in this particular situation, yeah, because Texas, if they lose, they have no chance of making the playoff because they ain't beat nobody.
Yeah,
their best win would be against Vanderbilt.
What they 8-3, right? 8-3, I'm not mistaken.
8-3, yes, sir.
Yeah.
8-3.
No, I get it, but I feel like I get the point, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like, it's a rival, you know what I'm saying? Like, rivalry games.
You should
be over time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I get they more desperate because they technically need to win, but it's like a rivalry game. So Texas A&M shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like, oh no, we just walking in, you know what I'm saying? Walking in here just to play. Like, we don't like them. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's already motivation.
Gotcha. You're 100% right. I think both teams will come out prepared, ready to play. I just think Texas knows. Texas A&M has a little bit of room for margin, room for error. Yeah, Texas does not. Their best win to me is against Vanderbilt. So they can't be playing around. They gotta They got to come out against Texas A&M ready to go. Should be a great game Friday night. The next game we're going to preview is the number 1 team in the country. The Ohio State Buckeyes travel to Michigan. The number 15 Michigan Wolverines. This game is Saturday at 12 o'clock. Big noon kickoff will be live from the University of Michigan. So will College Game Day. So you have both college shows live at Michigan. Again, this game is at 12 o'clock on Fox. Gus Johnson, Joe Clapp, Jenny Taft on the call. Ohio State is favored by 9.5. The over-under is 44. Michigan has defeated Ohio State 4 straight years. I'll start us off. My heart really wants me to take Michigan. I really, really, truly do. But I think Ohio State breaks the streak. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes. I think they get their first real signature win. I think they will be, as you said, both teams will be up. But I think Ohio State going to carry that loss to Michigan last year that could have almost derailed their season. I think they will come into this game and do what Michigan did to them last year on their home field to Michigan. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes. And a close one. I like Michigan plus 9.5. I definitely think Michigan will be in the game. There's no way Ohio State going to just come in there and blow them out.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I think Ohio State wins the game just because they lost the last 4. I think it's just a little extra, like, motivate. Like, yo, we got to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just keep losing to Michigan. And then, I mean, you could lose to Michigan and win the national championship again, but, you know what I'm saying? You want that big brother, little brotherly camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? You want that win over them bad, too. So, I like Ohio State to win. It's going to be a close game. I just hope Michigan offense, I hope they let him play, man. I can't think of quarterback name right now for Michigan.
Bryce Underwood, freshman.
Bryce Underwood, man. I just hope they let him play so we can see something. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Julian Sand in a situation where as though, you know what I'm saying, game on the line, he got to drive the ball. They've been blowing everybody out because I really don't think they played anybody since Texas personally. I don't really see. I don't think that they ain't played Oregon, Indiana, or none of them. So like I don't know who they played. You know what I'm saying? Nope. So yeah, so like I would want to see them as a coach. Yeah, I want me as a coach. I want to see them versus some tests. You know what I'm saying? A little test before the playoffs, so I know what I really can got. Because like you beat everybody by 30, yeah, we good. But it's like I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Let's see when we down 17-7. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you want to be down, but let's see what we can figure out. You know what I'm saying? Who quit? Who keep playing? You know what I'm saying? Like when everything ain't stacked for us. You know what I'm saying? So, but it should be normally the game's good. So hopefully we on the same trend. So, but we both. I like Ohio State as well. I think they win a close game.
We both like the Ohio State Buckeyes. Again, College Game Day, big noon kickoff will be live from the University of Michigan. Coverage starts on Fox at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Coverage starts on ESPN at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. The last game that we're going to preview, ladies and gentlemen, if I told you before the season started, we would pick Vanderbilt and Tennessee as one of the games to end the season, I think you guys would have laughed. But this is a shout out to Vanderbilt. The number 12 Vanderbilt Commodores travel to Tennessee, stay in Tennessee to take on their in-state rival, the Tennessee Volunteers. This game is Saturday at 3:30 on ESPN. Tennessee is favored by 2.5. The over-under is 65.5, so they're expecting a high-scoring game. I am going with my guy, Diego Pavia, in the quote-unquote upset. I like Vandy. I was on Vandy early when South Carolina was hot. I said, nah, simmer down. Vanderbilt going to get that win, and Vandy kind of been taking off all season. Yes, they lost 2 games. They lost to Alabama, and they lost to can't remember the other team they lost to. They lost to 2 good teams. So I'll look up to see who they lost to. But my point is that Vanderbilt is a good team. I like Diego Pavia. Give me the Vanderbilt Commodores in an upset to beat the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, they lost to 2 good teams. This is going to make it the 3rd good team they lost. Give me Tennessee. I think Tennessee too explosive on offense. They defense so, but I think the way Aguilar and Tennessee get that offense going. My man Heupel, the coach over there, right? Is it Heupel? Or coach over
Josh Heupel.
Josh Heupel, yeah. My man Heupel, yeah. Man, he been the offensive guy since Oklahoma when he was playing for real. But yeah, man, that offense hard to stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see Vanderbilt stopping because they defense been a little lackluster lately too. I don't know what happened to some of these SEC defenses. They started off good, and down the stretch everybody been scoring at the will lately. So give me Tennessee, man. Then they at home, man. Knoxville gonna be rocking. Yeah, Tennessee.
I like Vandy. You like Tennessee. We shall see next week. Should be a great week 14 of college football action. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, you see the notable games for college football week 14. Start off Navy at Memphis Thursday night, 7:30. Arizona at Arizona State Friday at 9. Miami at Pittsburgh Saturday at 12. And the aforementioned number 7 Oregon Ducks at Washington, 3:30 Saturday. Out of those 4 games, what game catches your attention?
Miami versus Pittsburgh, because I feel like Miami always let you down when they need them crystal ball in them. They never can't win the game to get them over the per se hump to, you know what I'm saying, actually do something. So I think this would be a test because Pittsburgh, tale of two teams. I watched them get dominated by Notre Dame, and then I watched them dominate Georgia Tech. So I don't, you know what I'm saying, they Jekyll and Hyde. So that game, real interesting. And it's ACC championship stakes on the line for both teams. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm gonna mention number 7 Oregon at Washington. Just the high of what Oregon did last week at home against USC. Washington's a tricky opponent. You found me? So that's not a game you can just overlook. Washington has a winning record, so that should be a close, interesting game Saturday at 3:30 on CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Highly Opinionated. Tim, Week 12 NFL recap. Let's get to it. Let's start off with the first game we're going to recap, the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans defeat the Buffalo Bills 23-19. Josh Allen, 24-34, 253 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 8 times. James Cook, 17 carries, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Allen added 20 yards on the ground. Khalil Shakur, 8 catches, 110 yards. Houston Texans were led by backup quarterback Davis Mills, 16-30, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Woody Marks, 16 carries, 74 yards. And Nico Collins, 3 catches, 55 yards. Christian Kirk added 54 yards, 3 catches, and 1 touchdown reception. Jaden Higgins, 4 catches, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Your thoughts on the Houston Texans staying alive in the AFC South and in the AFC playoff contention, improving that record to 6-5, dropping the Buffalo Bills to 7-4.
Yeah, man, this is a two-parter for me, man, because for the Texans, man, everybody look out for the Texans, man. They're a dark horse team, man. That defense really like that. Like they have probably one of the best defenses in the league coming into the game. Like they definitely top 5. And then offensively, I mean, Mills been holding no one's on, but once they get Stroud back, man, they definitely a dark horse team to look at, man. They sacked Josh Allen 8 times. And they really just dominated. Like Josh Allen looked uncomfortable all game. Separation from the receivers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not liking what I'm saying from the receivers. Kenyon Coleman, we can't be late to meeting, son. Like you supposed to be their guy, and you haven't been available the last 2 games. And the offense has. I ain't gonna say they look great with you, but they looked a little bit better with you than without you. So, and you gotta play better too, Kenyon Coleman, because they need like a go-to type of guy. Shakir is Shakir. Like he only could do so much, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of match him up to get open. Like Kenyon Coleman, you like the only real mismatch receiver they got that, you know what I'm saying, they could use. Palmer ain't really been doing what I thought he would do, catch third downs. Curtis Samuel been hurt, like, you know what I'm saying? Kincaid was hurt, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, y'all gotta step it up, man, because it's looking like, man, y'all fighting for a wild card right now, and yeah, it ain't looking good at the moment. Like y'all gotta put some wins together, man. Like I think y'all can right the ship, but like y'all offensively, y'all offense look bad to me like the last couple weeks since Miami. That might be 3 weeks now. Y'all offense been looking bad, like, you know what I'm saying. So y'all gotta get that back on track because defensively still ain't the best, man. But I feel like y'all, I mean, 23 points, y'all should win that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't a whole lot of points in the NFL. But shout out to Texans, man. Dark horse team. They're another team, man. Look out for, man. AFC getting a little hectic.
Texas defense will have them in every game. A law firm of Anderson and Hunter, or Hunter and Anderson, however you want to do it. Those boys will hunt. And when as much as quarterbacks take the ball, pass the ball or in shotgun or situations like that, I'm gonna say this: I don't never give gambling tips. I'm just gonna use this. I will be betting on players' sacks. That will be a betting tool I will be starting to use because with the quarterbacks throwing the ball as much as they do, the chances of them getting sacked is higher than what it was 25, 30 years ago. I said, that law firm of Anderson and Hunter, vicious. That Texans defense, they have very good players on every level. Defensive line, linebacker, secondary level. So that definitely will be an issue if they get. As far as the Buffalo Bills, the Bills are just Jekyll and Hyde. They beat the Chiefs, lose to the Dolphins. They beat Tampa Bay, great performance. They give a crappy performance at Houston. So I said a few weeks ago I thought the Buffalo Bills championship window has closed. Obviously, I stand by that. I just don't think they're basically 17. You do it. Combination of James Cook a little bit in there, but it's really 17. And Josh Allen, he feels like he has to make the most miraculous plays at times, and that at times gets the Buffalo Bills beat. So I don't think they build the right team around him, offensively and defensively, and I think that will come back to bite them. But as far as this particular game, the Texans defensive line, the Texans defense just wanted it more. They were the best unit on the field. Shout out to the Texans, man. And again, that AFC South is not all the way for sure done yet. Texans only 2 games back behind the Colts, and they play the Colts twice. So still have a chance to catch the Texans. The Colts still have a chance to catch. The Texans still have a chance to catch the Colts. So this defense, man, like I said, they'll be in every game. The Bills are currently the 7th seed in the AFC. The Texans are currently the 9th seed in the AFC. So interesting football, like you said, in the AFC still to come. Next game we're going to recap is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-28. Pittsburgh was led by Mason Rudolph, 24-31, 171 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kenneth Gainwell, 10 carries, 92 yards. Jalen Warren, 18 carries, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Calvin Austin, third, 4 catches, 36 yards. Caleb Williams, 19-35, 235 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Kyle Monangai, 12 carries, 48 yards, 1 touchdown. Caleb Williams had 21 yards on the ground, also had a fumble in the end zone that led to a Steelers touchdown strip sack by T.J. Watt. Receiving, DJ Moore, 5 catches, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Chicago Bears improved their record to 8-3. They dropped the Pittsburgh Steelers to 6-5. I'll start the recap on this one. I picked the Bears to win. Neither one of us thought Aaron Rodgers would play. I never thought he was going to play. I know the speculation throughout the week he would play. He was going to give it his all, but Steelers can't risk the rest of the season for one game, so I didn't think he would play. I thought the Bears forced Mason Rudolph into a fumble and an interception. So I thought the Bears defense they this season live on turnovers, and they got just to force Mason Rudolph into a bad position. So shout out to the Bears. Their defense is coming along. They're feasting off of turnovers. The offense, Caleb Williams. I like the Bears. I think Caleb Williams has progressed, but he still has those dangerous plays in his arsenal, i.e. the sack in the end zone, which was a fumble sack by Jay. He has to eliminate that ultimate destination. So for me, Good win by the Bears. They played well. Still some things for Caleb Williams to improve on. But again, a win is a win. Bears improved to 8-3.
Yeah, man, watching this game, man, the Steelers aren't good at anything, man. Like, they not good at nothing. Like, they okay at everything. Like, they're not good at nothing. Like, defensively, they not good. Offensively, like, the passing game is pedestrian. Like, they had one of the worst passing games I ever seen. And that's coming from an Eagles fan. And our passing game ain't much to be impressed about neither. But that passing offense is terrible. Like, I just – the man threw 31 passes still only had like 106 – what you say, 100 – what
171 yards.
Yeah, he threw 30-something pass. That just shows you like they not attacking you vertically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm really limiting what I'm showing the defense. So it's like it's I ain't gonna say it's easier to play defense, but like if I know you ain't going vertical, we just gonna cheat everybody up. We gonna crowd the box and things of that nature. So like Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh let down, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. If Tomlin don't fire Arthur Smith, they both getting fired in the offseason. Like they both gone. Like I know Pittsburgh has never fired a coach. He'd be the first coach to get fired. I promise you. They ain't, especially how they was winning the North. Like there's no way Tomlin convinced. Is Rooney still the who they GM? Is it still what's the name? Still Rooney? Who the GM for the Steelers? You know the name of the GM?
The GM is Amir Khan. Not. I said not Amir Khan. Oh my God. Let me. I'll look.
Yeah. Why you looking? Yeah. There's no way Tomlin can convince the GM to keep him another year if they blow this. They blow the North and then they don't because if they lose the North, I don't think they get in the playoffs this year. So he won't get in the playoffs and the offense hasn't looked good for years now. Oh, it's Omar Khan. Okay. Yeah.
Omar Khan.
Omar Khan. Okay. Yeah. So man, it's just they just if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be frustrated, man, because it's like, yo, it's like it's no way, bro. Like it's no way. Like we losing these games and we just okay with being okay. I feel like the Steelers are okay with being 10-7. Like I feel like they cool with that. Like they don't never elevate. They don't change nothing. The offense been the same. Like it's just
9-8.
Yeah, 9-8. Like it's just like they okay with that. And I just don't understand the thinking like Arthur Smith, he should have got fired. Once I seen Chip Kelly got fired, I was like, yeah, Arthur Smith, he about to get sent home too. And then I ain't see that mess. I said, yeah, Tomlin messed up. So shout out to the Bears, man. They got another win. We about to see about the Bears. I might turn around, but these next 5 games, we about to see what the Bears if they really ready. So but shout out to them for getting this over the Steelers.
I'm not going to do the next 5 games. The next game, we're going to find out about the Bears in the next game.
No.
We're going to find out about them in that
But game. I ain't want to seem like I ain't want to seem like it just because it was the Eagles. That's why I said the next ones. But yeah, we about to see.
The Eagles are the champs. And until they have that taken away from them, everyone's measuring stick should be the Eagles. I get the next game. The next game we're going to talk about is the Colts. I mean, the Colts and the Chiefs. I get the Chiefs won the AFC, but they're the standard in the AFC, not the standard in the league. The Rams not chasing the Chiefs. Seattle, San Fran, except whoever you think is the best team, New England, Denver, like they're chasing the Eagles. So I think we'll find out more about the Bears in that next game, Black Friday against the Eagles. To touch your point about the Steelers real quick, I just think they were winning those games because Baltimore was in a funk. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't think the Steelers were that much better than the Ravens. They got out to wins. They won some games that maybe they shouldn't have won. They lost to Seattle. I felt like they played relatively well, but I felt like they played relatively well. So for me, I just look at it as the Steelers were never that good. I don't say never that good, but they got out to a run because Baltimore wasn't playing to the level of Baltimore. They're still not technically playing to that level, but that's why they got out. Joe Burrow got hurt. Cleveland was out. We already knew Cleveland's going to be a bad situation from the start, so we put that to the side. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we will touch Shedeur Sanders in a few minutes. I know y'all waiting on that. We will touch him in a few minutes. But be that as it may, like the Steelers got out to those wins because the teams, the Bengals and the Ravens had things that, were kind of unforeseen. So I don't think they'll fire Tomlin. Now, the offensive coordinator, I can give you that. I'm not the biggest Arthur Smith fan. He's living off of what he did in Tennessee as an offensive coordinator with Ryan Tannehill. So I'll give you that. If anything, talk kind of what happened with Andy Reid. So.
No. I see what you're saying about Baltimore, but I'm not saying Pittsburgh was better than Baltimore. I'm saying if you give me that type of lead, Baltimore not catching me. I don't care how good or not my team. Like, we gonna figure out. Like, we gotta beat the Bears. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these games we gotta win. Like, I feel like they definitely not talent wise better than Baltimore per se, depending on who the offensive coordinator. But I'm just saying, like, you got a 3-4 game lead. I'm not that lead ain't. That league gap ain't closing this quick. Like they not first in the they're not first in the north that quick. That's all I'm saying.
Man, let me. I'm gonna put a feather in your cap, brother. The league shrunk, and the Ravens ain't even played them yet. You get what I'm saying? Like, that kind of makes it worse.
Like, yeah,
you ain't even played them yet.
It's different if they beat them. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens beat them twice or something.
Yeah,
like, but nah, nah. You know, that's really what I'm trying to say.
It's like the Rams in Seattle. The Rams have actually played Seattle. So, all right, I can see why Seattle got one more loss than the Rams. They played them, or Seattle would have beat them. I got you. But you ain't even played them yet. You feel me? So, for me, man, yeah, I definitely get what you on that. I definitely understand you on that. You know, so tough times in Pittsburgh, but I think they kind of will level off to be who at least I thought they would be, and probably what you thought they would be as the season progressed. Last game, we're going to recap overtime classic in Kansas City. The Kansas City Chiefs saved their season. They defeated the Indianapolis Colts 23-20 in overtime. I'm going to give these stats. I know you are chomping at the bit, ready to go. So the Colts, Daniel Jones, 19-31, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He wasn't sacked at all. Jonathan Taylor, 16 carries, 58 yards. Ashton Doolin, 1 reception, 48 yards. Chiefs were led by Patrick Mahomes, 29-46, 352 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. He was sacked 4 times. Kareem Hunt, 30 attempts, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. And the Chiefs' leading receiver, Rashid Rice, 8 catches, 141 yards. Tim, my brother, your thoughts on the Chiefs improving that record to 6-5, dropping the Indianapolis Colts to 8-3.
You know what's crazy, man? This game, so I felt like we saw the same game twice yesterday, right? I felt like this game was the same thing as the Eagles-Cowboys game. Malpractice by the offense. I don't know what I'm in a group chat. Like, the Colts need a drive. Like, they had 18 yards in the fourth quarter. Like, I knew they was going to lose. Like, I already knew what was about to happen. Like, it was just forming so perfect. Like, Mahomes want to say they season. Like, the story, it felt like a movie. And then I was in there watching. I said, yeah, I already know what's going on. They're going to lose. The Colts about to lose. Daniel and Jones, that's one thing that scared me about the Colts right there. When you try, and I ain't going to blame, I don't like saying I'm blaming the play calling, but I just felt like they don't like, it's like, what, like, why don't people like finishing teams off? Like, I just don't get, like, why keep them in the game? Like, the longer they in the game, the more belief they get. So it's like the coach just kept kicking field goals, kept settling. My biggest fear always with them is if you stop Jonathan Taylor, what Daniel Jones show up. And not saying he played bad, but he ain't played good neither. Because like all them drives in the second half, they ain't do nothing. Like it was like watching, and then it was like watching the Eagles play the second half versus the Cowboys. It was the same game if you watched it to me. Like they ain't do nothing in the second half neither. It was just like punt, fumble, miss field goal. Like same game to me. Like I watched the same game twice yesterday. Like it was the same exact game. Like in both instances, Eagles went up 21-0. I told my man, I said, yo, we got to score next drive. Cowboys scored 21-7. Say, yo, it ain't looking good. Yo, we going on one of them. Scored again. I said, yeah, we lost. It was 21-14. I already said we was losing. I already know how this go. Like, because I just watched this version. I just watched it an hour ago. Like, I just seen the Coach Chiefs. It's the same thing.
In the 1 o'clock window with Indianapolis and Kansas City. You just see the same movie.
It's the same movie twice. I just watched the same movie twice yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I was more hurt at the second movie than the first. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. I was real mad at that first because boy, if Colts beat the Chiefs, boy,
you bought what?
I had some things. I had some things ready to say.
On the show riding a horse.
Man, I had some things ready to say. I had a suit ready, my cigar. It it was going to be a momentous occasion for me. You could have really
riding it right on that high horse.
Right, you really could have knocked them out of playoff. Like they was about to be drowned. Like, you know, like I was so happy. Like, and then once I started watching the movie play, I got sadder and sadder, man. So shout out to Chiefs, man. With all that being said, shout out to Chiefs, man. They fought all the way back, and they figured out the way to win. They dominated the fourth quarter and overtime. Shout out to Chiefs, man. Figure out the way to win, man. I got to tip my hat off, man. Figure out the way to win.
Heart of a champion, my brother. That's what they showed Sunday afternoon in Kansas City. They showed that. They have that. You are going to have to take it from them. The same way you're going to have to beat the Eagles. You're going to have to take it from them. I know we didn't pick the Eagles and the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys took the game from them. In my opinion, it's just me. And I'll get to this Chiefs game in a second. The Cowboys in the first half gave them opportunities. They fumbled, like kind of like the Eagles did in the second half. Saquon fumbled, Turpin fumbled. You found me? Like Dak threw a horrible red zone interception. You found me? That took points off the board. So you have to beat certain teams in the NFL. Certain teams will not lose. You have to take it from them. That's what the Chiefs are. That's what the Eagles are. To me, a couple things from this game real quick. Matthew Stafford officially won the MVP yesterday because Jonathan Taylor was in. You know how this MVP stuff works, bro. Big games, you have to play good. Matthew Stafford, in the most part in big games, has played good. In the Colts' biggest games, Jonathan Taylor, you know, he's been limited. So teams have decided, let's put the ball in Daniel Jones' hands. Now, I picked Daniel Jones to win Comeback Player of the Year. I think he will win that. Me picking that does not mean I think Daniel Jones has overcome his demons in the NFL, because I don't necessarily believe that. Some of that is right situation, right team, right spot, right time, right now. I got that. Hopefully you guys get that. So, but Daniel Jones, we've seen in the moments that the coach can't run the ball, Daniel Jones is in position to try to win, and he's limited. So Daniel Jones has to get over that hurdle for the coach to get to where they ultimately trying to go. As far as the Chiefs, that defense showed up. Chris Jones showed up. He balled out. He played well. After the Kareem Hunt fumble, he waved to the crowd, got the crowd hyped up. Rashee Rice had some big plays. Xavier Worthy had some big plays. Kareem Hunt giving you 104 grounds on the ground. They ran the ball. The Chiefs ran the ball 41 times. They passed the ball 46 times. That's the type of balance they'll need, because they're not the Chiefs of old, as you said before. So they need the balance that they had on Sunday to continuously contend and try to get into the playoffs. Let me say this one more thing before you go. The Chiefs started Sunday in the 8th seed. They finished Sunday, started Sunday, 8th seed. They're the 9th seed. Chiefs are the 9th seed currently in the playoffs. So teams in the AFC, whether it's Jacksonville,
need y'all keep winning.
Well, yeah, those guys, y'all guys got to keep winning. Houston plays Kansas City in a couple weeks, so you got that's going to be a big game for obviously both teams in the playoff picture. So those teams got to keep winning.
Yeah, the question I had for you, right? You said Chiefs ran the ball, so they had 87 plays in total, right? So that means they had more than the normal average. The average probably in the NFL game probably like 60, 65. 60, so they had 65. More plays. Yes. How many offensive plays did the what's the name Colts have? Just so I can show the view.
The Colts, I'm about to tell you. The Colts had. Let me get to there. Great point by you, because I know what you're getting at, just to show the disparity in the game. Because to be honest with you, the game should have never really truly been that close. No, if the Chiefs were who they really were, they would have blew this version of the Colts out. So the Colts had 31 passes and 19 rushes, so 50 plays.
50 plays, see?
And the Chiefs had 87 plays.
87 plays.
50 plays, they 87 plays. And
so
they won
the Colts
by 3 in overtime. So
Colts defense did their job for the most part. You know what I'm saying? The offense ain't live up to they ain't do what they were supposed to do.
No, you're 100% right. Again,
37 plays. That's almost another. You know what I'm saying? That's almost more than half of another game. You know what I'm saying? You get out. Offense has 37 more plays than your offense. That means you on the field way too long.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. The fact is that let me correct myself. The Chiefs are the 10th seed now The Bills are the 7th seed. The Steelers are 6-5. The Steelers are 6-5 as the 8th seed. The Texans are 6-5 as the 9th seed, and the Chiefs are 6-5 as the 10th seed. So, yeah, man, it's a lot going on, man. A lot going on in the AFC. Like you said, man, the AFC is definitely getting congested and trying to make the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, the best segment in sports. As always, NFL Week 12 takeaways, observations. Tim, my brother, you start us off.
Man, this first one, man. It was a saying at Florida State, man. You can't spell wins without Winston. Jameis Winston should be a starting quarterback somewhere. I don't know where, but anybody that needs a quarterback, he should be starting. The way he galvanizes the team, uplifts them, all that. Like, you need all that. Like, the Giants look like they in every game with Winston. Like, every game is been down to the wire that he has played. You know what I'm saying? I think he had an interception. I ain't see it, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he threw for 366, 2 touchdowns, throwing 1 receiving. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just one of them guys that can really uplift the team. Like, I don't see – watching football every week, I don't see 32 quarterbacks better than him. He should be starting somewhere. My next one, man. Eagles' inability to finish games, man. This is starting to get frustrating as an Eagles fan, watching them blow leads like this. Like, it's just at this point, it's unacceptable, right? Both 2 of their losses, they was up big. Versus Denver, they was up big. Versus the Cowboys, they was up big. If Super Bowl is the goal, which it should be, right? Y'all got to finish these games. Like, y'all got to start putting these games away. Like, it's like every game is like y'all y'all start the game on when you used to play college football. You started on varsity, and then as soon as y'all get a big lead, y'all like let's throw this on Heisman and just see what we doing. And then things just don't look right. Like, I'm watching, like, I'm like, yo, come on, yo. Like, we can't, like, our offense got too much to be struggling. Like, the droughts they go on is ridiculous. Like, it should never, okay, you might go 3 and out here and there, but, like, I think we 29th and 3rd down conversions. Like, it's just bad. Like, it just don't add up. Like, when I look at that, it just don't add up. Like, so y'all gotta start finishing these knee games, or we gonna be a little earlier exit than what everybody expect, because you gotta finish. You gotta finish. Like, you just gotta finish the game. Last one. Man, I don't even really like to beat up on rookie quarterbacks, man. But Vikings, man. Vikings. I ain't even gonna talk about y'all. I ain't even gonna talk about the quarterback. I told y'all last year, like, why y'all ain't listen? Like, why y'all ain't just listen to me? Like, so y'all really wanted to start really from, like, scratch. Like, y'all wanted to start from scratch. Like, y'all said, you know what, 14-2. Nah, we want to start the rookie that he got hurt last year. We really want to start from the bottom. Like, y'all really wanted to start it from, like McCarthy throwing so many interceptions at this point. Like, I marked him down for 2 interceptions before the game started. Like, I just write 2 interceptions in the book, because I know at some point they coming. But it's like, why y'all do this to Justin Jefferson and Brian Flores and them, man?
Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't trying to rebuild. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just imagine going from 14-2 to 4-7. Like, you ain't going to playoffs. Y'all ain't about to win that game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't going to playoffs. I gotta go to Cancun. I'm already figuring out my vacation plans and all that. Like, Vikings, man, come on, man. Do better, man. Do better, Vikings, man. That's my takeaways for this week, bro.
Great takeaways as always, my brother. Tim's Week 12 takeaways. Let me start off with my takeaways for this week. The Ravens offense needs to improve in order for them to get to the Super Bowl. I picked the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl before the season started. I am not jumping up and down because they beat the Jets and they took atop the AFC North. Like, I kind of knew that they were always going to do that. Lamar Jackson, 2 games back, 2 games under 200 yards passing. That will not get it done. It's not. I don't necessarily think it's all on him. Some of it is on him. The ways that he needs to, with the things he needs to fix, I advise him to fix, and I'm sure that he will. I know that he will. But 153 yards passing just won't get it done in the playoffs. Now, you'll beat bad teams in the regular season, but when you get in the playoffs, you're going to be playing teams that, be stout, stout defenses, whether it's Denver. If Kansas City get that act together, they can get in the playoffs. Who else in the AFC got good defense? The Colts got good defense. Texans. So you're going to have to, the offense is going to have to do a little bit more than what you're doing. Good that they're atop the AFC North. I expect them to stay atop the AFC North, but that offense needs to improve if the Baltimore Ravens want to be super. My next takeaway is the Dallas Cowboys. They defeated the Philadelphia Eagles. I like the Cowboys. I feel like it might be a little bit too late, though, but their run trying to get to the playoffs. I thought they would beat the Eagles all week. Watching the game, they kind of got down early. They made some self-inflicted wounds. The Eagles took advantage of that. But once the Cowboys, kind of like locked in, they kind of stifled the Eagles' offense. The Eagles scored 21 points in the first half. They ended the game with 21. You would never thought a Dallas defense would be, when the season started and as the season was progressing, you didn't think a Dallas defense was capable of stopping teams. Look at what they did to Russell Wilson, Caleb Williams, just to name a few guys. So this Dallas defense, I think they'll be highly improved next year. I think it's a little bit too late. They also lost. The key game that they lost was at Carolina. They lost by 3. I think that loss will definitely come back to bite them. If they could have won that game, then yeah, they could have. Their chances would be a little better. But the fact that they lost to Carolina, they're somewhat chasing behind Carolina in the NFC, even though I think Dallas have a better record than Carolina by the season end. They'll be neck and neck, maybe a game difference. I look at it as the Cowboys just a little bit too late. Love the additions that they added, though. Love the additions that they've added. My last takeaway, ladies and gentlemen, Shedeur Sanders, starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Before I go over what he did over the weekend, Kevin Stefanski named him the starting quarterback for Week 13. The Browns played the 49ers Week 13. That game is Sunday at 1 o'clock. Shedeur Sanders, his stat line from at the Raiders. By the way, the Browns defeated the Raiders 24-10. Shedeur Sanders is the first rookie quarterback to start and win a game for the Cleveland Browns since 1995. Shedeur Sanders' stat line, he was 11-22, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He had 1 carry minus 1 yard. He was only sacked 1 time. So the Browns won the game. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear Kevin Stefanski in the locker room after.
How about that road win? Stayed resilient together like I told you we needed to, right? Stay resilient together, and we fought together. How about Gage's big punt return on special teams? How about Corey, every single time you're out there pinning those guys doing your job. Great call. Offense wasn't perfect. How about that big play by Sam at the end? IB, huge play. Q, huge play. Harold making a big play. And then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, Shedeur. Well done. There's that old saying, save the best for last. How about that fucking defensive performance? Holy is what I have to say about that. 10 sacks by our defense. 10 sacks. Okay? I got 1 ball in my hand. Okay, I got a guy, he's got to get a cold every week. Okay, he had a cold this week. Wasn't feeling himself. 3 sacks, which gives him 18 on the season through 11 games, which breaks his own Browns record. Myles Garrett. Come on, man. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow. Hey, I'll see you Wednesday!
First of all, let me say this. Nothing like a victory in the locker room, called a Victory Monday. Most teams, when you win, you're off that Monday. Also, before I touch the Shedeur part of that, let me talk about Myles Garrett. I don't have no problem with Myles Garrett getting the game ball. Myles Garrett is in the conversation for the best player ever at his position. That's really how dominant he is. I think teams should trade 3, 4, 5 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. If I'm the Eagles, I get the Browns 10 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. Like, we know how we can draft 2 through 7. The Ravens, they'll never do it because they in the same division. Myles Garrett is amazing. So shout out to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett could win the game ball every week. That video solidified that Shedeur Sanders ain't Kevin Stefanski guy. If you heard the tone in his voice about how he talked about everybody else, listen to how he talked about Shedeur Sanders in that moment. And our rookie, Shedeur Sanders, just like, like an homage to him. You feel me? Every other player, you can hear the bass, you can hear the energy in his voice. There's a clip where J.J. McCarthy, first week, defeated the Chicago Bears. The same J.J. McCarthy, you didn't rip him by name, but you basically, why would they give up the 2 quarterbacks they had for him? Not Kevin Stefanski. Kevin O'Connell the team is loving J.J. McCarthy, absolutely loving. So you can just tell that Kevin Stefanski is not really, Shedeur Sanders is not really Kevin Stefanski guy. You can see that. I will say, I'm proud of what Shedeur Sanders did. He played relatively well. To me, he had 2 bad plays. He had one play where he retreated, which, ladies and gentlemen, that means retreating means going back in the pocket as a quarterback. Quarterback never really is supposed to go backwards. He's always supposed to have his spot stationary or move forward. So he had that one play where he went backwards. It could have been a bad play. And then he also had the bad interception. But he's a rookie. So I expect Shedeur Sanders to get better. And I expect the Cleveland Browns to, enhance this young man's growth, embrace this young man's growth. And I expect, to see growth from him each and every week. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders on a good first start. Let's see what he could do after his first start. They play the 49ers next week, so it'll be a tougher test. They're playing, no disrespect to the Raiders, but they're playing a real defense this week. So some of those things that they had against the Raiders might not be there when they play against the San Francisco 49ers. So shout out to Shedeur, man. Be legendary, as he said. So do what you do. That Browns defense had 10 sacks. Shedeur Sanders had 11 completions. So that tells you if they can merit that defense with his improvement, that rookie class that the Cleveland Browns had, that could be a stellar rookie class for them in the next 2 to 4 years. You found me, everybody on that rookie deal. So good start by Shedeur, man.
I know you got one more. You know what's crazy? Like the Browns defense been good for so long, bro. It's like we just need something on. You know what I'm saying? It's like
something, just a lifeline. Like Jameis, I felt like Jameis gave them that a little bit last year, but they was obviously out of the hunt. But Jameis gave them a little life. And I think, my bad for cutting you off. I think that's what a lot of people are not understanding about Shedeur. Like, he's not gonna come in and give you all the wild factors, but he's gonna come in and give you juice because the juice that he carries with himself. Self-confidence is not a bad thing. Kevin Stefanski is not a fan of a quarterback with self-confidence. I learned that with Baker Mayfield. So I'm kind of not like surprised that Shedeur is not Kevin Stefanski's guy. But man, come on, man, it's time to embrace. First rookie quarterback to win a game since 1995. Come on, man, it's time to embrace.
Hey, but we already knew that going in though, because think about it, they started Flacco over him, then Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Like we already knew, we knew Shedeur was. I think majority of people knew Shedeur was better than Gabriel and Flacco at his age. But you know what I'm saying? So we already kind of knew that he wasn't a guy. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, just prove it. Like you said, just keep getting better each week, and they have no choice but to play.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. 100% right. My last takeaway, quick. I said it when we recapped the Colts game. Matthew Stafford, he is going to be the MVP. Matthew Stafford was sensational on Sunday Night Football. Rams improved to 9-2, dropped my Bucks to 6-5. My Bucks are reeling. I still think they'll win the South. Got to see how some of these players come back. Tampa Bay needs full artillery to compete with these teams in the NFC. They can't be missing people. They are not that good to win without players being on the field. But Matthew Stafford, man, another clean game, 25-35, 273 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He was only sacked one time. I think Matthew Stafford has reemerged, obviously, as a top 5 quarterback, and I think he will be the MVP this season. He's playing well, playing great so far.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen,
he playing well with that that bad back.
Yeah, listen. I got hood. I said this episode I was on with JG. We got hoodwinked.
Yeah, for
bro.
sure.
I'm not making no excuses. I was wrong for Arizona. I was wrong for Arizona. And part of me picking Arizona, the Rams quarterback ain't had no good back. So I'm thinking like, okay, like can't talk about them. Didn't think Sam would be as good as he is. I do think Sam turned the ball over a little bit too much. He didn't turn the ball over Sunday in Tennessee. But against the good teams, he's turned the ball over a little bit too much for my liking. But he's still playing well. Not take nothing away from him. Just want him to improve on that. If he improved on that, Seattle could be in the Super Bowl. I get that.
Yeah,
but let's improve on that.
Yeah.
And I didn't see these teams coming, man. So it's like, you have a prediction before the season. Then when the season progresses, you're like, oh, this team is better than what they should be. This team is not better than what they should be. So, but again, man, Matthew Stafford, man, MVP with the bad back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is brought to you by Edibly Airy. Enjoy the heightened experience of THC edibles in a whole new way. At Edibly Airy, our freeze-dry edibles available in 100 milligram, 200 milligram, 300 milligram, 400 milligram will give you the buzz you crave with a flavor you won't forget. Available in 3 different flavors: watermelon sunset, tropical fruit, and berry. To place orders, please visit the website at ediblyairy.com. While you're there at ediblyairy.com, use a promotion code. You guys see the promotion code on the screen? $ Highly Airy, $. Again, $ Highly Airy, $ for 20% off your first purchase. Follow us on IG at Edibly Airy for new product releases and monthly hookups. Must be 21 and over to purchase. Edibly Airy, the best freeze-dry edibles out. Go shop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Highly Opinionated. Tim, it's that time to preview Week 13 of the NFL season. Let's start off with Thanksgiving matinee between the Green Bay Packers coming in the game 7-3-1. The Detroit Lions are 7-4. This game is Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi will be on the call. The Detroit Lions favored by 2.5. The over-under is 49.5. Tim. Well, Detroit's favored by 3. Over-under is 49.5. Tim, who gets their 8th win on the season? The Green Bay Packers or the Detroit Lions?
Before I pick this game, Detroit, I had one request. Please don't wear them ugly alternate uniforms, the one that look like wrecked jerseys they just blue and nothing else, and then the helmets
with the silver helmets, gray helmets.
Yeah, just old school with nothing on that. Just leave them alone, man. I don't want to see that this thing while I'm eating my food this year. I leave them alone. Leave them alone just for me, this week. But man, Detroit defense still worried me a little bit, man. I don't know what's been going on with that defense. I'm still a little concerned, but I think Jacob's still a little banged up with the hammy issue. I think they limit Jordan Love. So give me Detroit, man. I think they get it done in the dome. And this is the best time of football right here, these last like 4 to 5 weeks of the season, because we get a lot of division matchups, and like you got it, you know what I'm saying? You get to see who really could play ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this the gritty time of the season. So I'm excited for that. I get excited about this part of the year every time. Not saying the first weeks don't matter, but this is best on best now. You know what I'm saying? We trying to momentum to the playoffs and all that. So, but give me Detroit, man. I think Goff in the game get it done.
Like Detroit at home defeating Green Bay. I am with you, my brother. I'm taking Detroit at home as well. I don't like what I'm saying from Jordan Love. Kind of pedestrian numbers, kind of playing pedestrian. Not really. I thought he'd kind of like, take the next step. Haven't seen that step taken yet, I should say. So for me, I'm gonna take the Lions at home. That defense is a problem. The Giants almost beat the Lions on Sunday, and probably should have beat the Lions on Sunday. So for me, this should be a good opportunity for Jordan Love to improve the Packers. This should be an opportunity for Jordan Love to improve and the Packers passing game to improve. But I just think Detroit is too much at home. Thanksgiving tradition, and now they're a good team. I think they'll be up. So I think Detroit gets to 8-4. Give me the Detroit Lions at home to defeat the Green Bay Packers. Next game that we're going to preview, big game in Dallas. This probably the most watched game probably of the season just because of the circumstances, Thanksgiving, everyone be at home, everyone be in front of a TV. Have the 6-5 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Dallas to take on the traveling to Arlington to be exact. Taking on the Dallas Cowboys 5-1. This game is Thursday, Thanksgiving, 4:30 on CBS. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson on the call. The Chiefs are favored by 3. The over-under is 52.5. I'll start us off. I know I said my takeaways. I think the Cowboys, it's a little bit too late. I actually think the Cowboys are coming in right time, right situation, right moment. I like the Cowboys to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the defensive line of Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark will give the Chiefs a little bit of struggle. Just need the Cowboys secondary to hold up against Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown. But I think they'll find a way to get that done. Again, I think it's a little bit too late for the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys get their 6th win and drop the Chiefs to 6-6. Give me the Cowboys in an upset to defeat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wish this game could end in a tie because I really don't want to pick neither team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just
that hate for the Cowboys gotta go. You an Eagles fan. I'm sorry, man. Can I say one thing? I know rivalries are rivalries. Did you see a video in Philly where they had the kids hitting Cowboys pictures? Like the kids, I'm like, bro, I gotta send you that. That was crazy.
Yeah, man, but because both teams coming off comeback big wins versus probably arguably 2 of the best teams in the league. I don't know where you have them at, but they top teams to most people. And this game tricky, man. Like I was leaning Cowboys at first, but I just think the Chiefs gonna figure this game out some kind of way. I think the Cowboys defense has improved, like you said, with the pieces they added. I like them, but I just think the Chiefs, I think they're going to be able to move the ball. I think they just going to figure it out how to win. I think they're going to be able to move the ball, and I think they're going to get more stops than the Cowboys. So give me the Chiefs on the road.
You like the Chiefs? I like the Cowboys. Again, should be the highest rated NFL game this season. CBS will have it. Should be a great game Thursday, Thanksgiving at 4:30. Last game we're going to preview for this Week 13 edition is the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans come into the game 6-5 off a big win at home Thursday night against the Buffalo Bills. They travel to Indianapolis to take on the AFC leading 8-3 Indianapolis Colts. This game is Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS. The Colts are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 44.5. Tim, do the Colts improve their win? Do the Colts get to 9-3, or do the Texans make it real interesting in the South and improve their record to 7-5? Before you go, C.J. Stroud will return this game. He will be the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans when they travel to Indianapolis.
Man, I think this it's gut check time for the Colts, man. This game right here, man. This is I ain't a must-win type of guy. But you need for the psyche of the Colts, the fans, everybody, y'all need this win. Y'all need this win because things starting to look like they got hot early. But if you start Taylor, they're a different team. Like Texas bringing that defense over there, don't look like nobody can block them from what I've been saying lately. But Stroud got to be a little bit rusty coming back, man. I just don't see him coming back and just being on a heater right away. So I'm going to take the Colts, man. Daniel Jones, man. Look, man, if y'all don't win this game, Daniel Jones, delete every social media you have if y'all don't win this game, Daniel Jones, because they're going to be after you, son. I'm just letting you know. I'm just telling you how this is going to go, especially if you do what you just did versus Kansas City, because y'all beat Kansas City. It's a little. They like, all right, yeah. I mean, because like you said, Kansas City are the retaining AFC champion, right? So like you beat them, even though they not having the best year, it's still like, oh yeah, they beat Kansas City in you know what I'm saying? Y'all fumbled the ball on this one. I don't think y'all can't fumble the ball on this one. Like Like saying it's kind of, I mean, y'all better than the Steelers, but it's kind of that same. Like you can't let them walk back down that lead y'all had, man. You can't let them come all the way back and take the division, bro. So like, I'm Daniel Jones. I'm believing, but I ain't believing. So give me the Colts, man.
You like the Colts? Like the Colts to improve to 9-3. Before I give my pick, I think the Colts are missing DeForest Buckner. I think that's a big loss for them in the middle of that defense. You got Latu on one side, but you don't have that anchor in the middle. Quinny Pay on the other side. So I think the Colts are definitely missing DeForest Buckner. The Colts are 6-0 at home this season. The Texans are 2-3 on the road. CJ Stroud first game back. I picked the Texans to win the division before the season started. Man, it's tough. This is a tough one. I am going to take the Indianapolis Colts at home. I'm with you. I just think the Colts got to win this game just because of their psyche from the Kansas City game, because they kind of feel like they let one, let one get away. And see, if this was CJ Stroud's second, third, fourth game, I could definitely do something different. But by it being his first game, yeah, man, that's difficult in the high stakes division game just to come back and be you. So for me, I'm gonna take the Colts at home. I think the Colts find a way and improve their record to 9-3. Should be a good week 13 in the NFL. A lot of great action, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen. Notable games. Week 13, you guys see the 8-3 Chicago Bears at the 8-3 Philadelphia Eagles. That game is Friday, 3:00 on Amazon. And then the Buffalo Bills travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The game is 4:25. Tim, out of those two games, well, let me not ask you which game catches your attention. So your thoughts on the Bears and the Eagles?
No, my fault. My fault. Can I do something real quick, man? I forgot to say this last week, right?
Go ahead.
Yo, what's wrong with this generation? What's up with y'all spitting on people? Like what? Like I'm about to say this last week. What makes you think you can spit on another grown man? Like what? Why is that y'all first call to do anything? Like why is that the first thing you think of? Like I'm gonna spit on somebody. Yo, y'all lucky this generation nicer than what we was. Like them football games wouldn't have continued to play if you spit on a player in my era. Like them games, they wouldn't have, because everybody would have got ejected. Like, first of all, it's disgusting. Like it's nasty. Like, but y'all just making the game I love. Like y'all just make me not want to watch this stuff. Because like I'm seeing people spit in college now. Like, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is disgusting, bro. Like I don't even want to say what should be done to y'all, but like one game suspension is not enough to me. Like that don't do nothing to me. Like, but can we eliminate this? Like somebody like come on, y'all gotta have better character than that. Like y'all messing up the game with this spitting stuff. I'm sorry, I meant to say that last week. It was on my mind.
Let me add one thing to that. You're 100% right. You said that the football games wouldn't continue. Back in the day, if you spit on somebody, forget football games wouldn't continue. Life wouldn't continue. That is the most disrespectful thing. But it's the truth. It's the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody is spit on somebody.
Yeah.
Ever. I've been called out my name. I'm sure you've been called out your name. That's fine. That happens. We do the show. People come at. That's fine. That I would never spit on nobody. People I don't like, I would never spit on you. That's just flat up disrespectful, arrogant, stupid, dumb, and you should get an ass whooping of a lifetime for that. You should. For sure. One game suspension to me. You spit on me yesterday. I should be whipping your ass 25 years from now because that's unacceptable. Like straight up. Sure. That's not what sports is about. Any type of sports. Women, male, etc. Like, no, we can't do that. So I agree with you 100% on that. You're 100% right. As far as the week 13 notable games, again, I mentioned Bears at Eagles Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, Bills at Steelers Sunday at 4:25. Your takeaways on the Bears at the Eagles Friday at 3 p.m.
So it's going to be a real test for the Bears, right? Yep. I just want to see how they act versus like a defense that really ball out. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see Caleb Williams in certain situations. Offensively, I think we got so offensively the Eagles got better, but then they went to drought mode again. Like I need to see a consistent offensive game from the Eagles, and I think you get that in this one. And I think the Eagles will win this game at home. I just because how the Cowboys loss happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a bad loss, but it's just sometimes how you lose just leave a bad taste in your mouth. So I think they correct it. But I know you ain't bring this game up, but you gotta talk about Joe Burrow coming back, man. He coming back for Thanksgiving versus the Ravens, man. Hey, look, man. Look,
you think Joe can go in there and handle business?
Look, man. I don't know because once again he ain't played in a while, right? So I can't say that about Stroud. I can't say that about Stroud. Just say I believe in Joe. But if it's anybody I put my money on,
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow to throw the ball to them. Well, Higgins got hurt last week, so I don't know what the status is.
Higgins. I don't think Higgins gonna play on Thursday. Too quick of a turnaround.
Too quick. So right. But I just know if number 9 back there, him and Chase do some magic versus the Ravens. I know they don't beat the Ravens, but they do some magic. So that game could be more interesting than what everybody think it will be.
Nah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right on that. I'll take the other game, Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Big game for both. Buffalo, tough loss on the road at Houston. Pittsburgh, tough road at Cincinnati. Tough loss on the road at Chicago. I think the loser of this game, whoever loses this game, they will not make the playoffs. That's how important this game is to me. If the Steelers lose, I don't think they'll make it. If the Bills lose, I think they'll be in a tough situation. They still got to play New England again. Still got to play your Eagles again. Still got to play your Eagles down in the line. So big game for Buffalo, big game for Pittsburgh. Should be an exciting Thanksgiving week 13 of the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, let's do a little college basketball. You guys see on the screen, feast week in college basketball. You have the Battle for Atlantis tournament. You have the Players Era tournament. You have the Maui Invitational. You have some ranked games in there at neutral sites, including Thursday, North Carolina and Michigan State, Duke and Arkansas. You have Friday, Oklahoma and Marquette. So tell me, the games on your screen, what game or what teams catches your attention?
I ain't gonna lie to the people, right? I ain't in basketball mode yet, so I'm really just going by the numbers next to the names right now.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know who on who team. The transfer portal done mess me up, man. Like they used to back in the day. I don't know if you remember. They used to like before the season, they tell you who on each team, and you be like, okay, they got him. They don't do that no more. So I'm a little lost, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna give you no bad. I don't like giving no bad information on none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by numbers next to the name. But I do. A Marquette game is intriguing to me.
Oklahoma Marquette. Gotcha. So I'm looking at Thursday. I mentioned Michigan State and North Carolina. So you guys been watching college basketball. North Carolina has a sensational freshman, Caleb Wilson. He averages a double-double, basically 21 and 10 for North Carolina. North Carolina's undefeated this season. They haven't lost to anyone. By the time they played Michigan State on Thursday, they'll still be undefeated. Michigan State comes into the game undefeated as well. Michigan State is led by forward Jackson Kohler. He's a senior. Yeah, basically he averages a double-double, 15 and 10. So it should be a real good test for the freshman Wilson to go against the senior. Should be a real good test to see North Carolina. All these early season tournaments is nothing but good for college basketball. It enhances the brand, in my opinion, and you get to see good teams versus good teams. Again, you guys, Ross, you put that schedule up there one more time. You got Tennessee and Houston on Tuesday. You got Michigan, Auburn Tuesday. You got Duke, Arkansas Thursday. You got UConn, Illinois Friday. So you get these early season matchups, whereas though kind of like tournament field type of games, tournament style type of games, only enhances the brand of college basketball. But that UNC Michigan State game, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think the ACC needs to take another step. You guys know I'm an ACC fan. I think that would definitely help the middle of the pack and the teams other than Duke and the ACC. If they can win marquee games like this, only enhances the ACC brand. So North Carolina and Michigan State should be a great game Thursday. By that way, that game will be Thursday, 4:30 on Fox. That game will be following the Packers and the Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching the best sports show out, episode 60 of Highly Opinionated. For the best producer, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated, the best co-host in the game, the Randallstown Rec legend himself, Tim. I'm merely Josh. Hopefully, pray that you guys have a great, safe Thanksgiving. From all of us here at Highly Opinionated, happy Thanksgiving. We will see you guys next week for episode 61. We out.
Appreciate y'all.